gentlemen, welcome to Blurb. My name is Owen. Thank you very much for watching this video with me today. So, as you can see here, my dash cam isn't very well at the moment. It's very old, so do bear in mind that the quality of this camera isn't going to be great. But here we are. Welcome to BEAMNG Drive. Now, many of you guys have been asking for me to do this game, and you've been looking forward to this game since I mentioned it in my last video. So guys, today's video is going to be a test to see how real can BEAMNG be. And for this I have a little table of what we're going to be doing in tests, and as you can see it is going to be a speed test. Now if I just go on here, we're going to have a little look now. This little run up in the middle here is going to be our first little test. So where my cursor is here is going to be our little first test. So we're going to try with a few cars, a few speedy things on here to see how long the car lasts before it dies. And obviously the car that lasts the longest will be the winner. And obviously if all cars were to win, then they would continue onto the much steeper one until one of them die. And if it survives that, then it's going to have to try and see if it will survive the fall of death. Now, we are going to get 5 cars to see which one will win. So guys, this is our little basic test sheet. So we've got the Dodge Charger as number 1. It's a 4-door little carbureted engine. It's in a pearl white. It's actually quite a nice little car, and it looks so realistic to the real one. It's unbelievable. So we're going to put that on a test as well. We got the Covet, the Ibishu Covet in black, a little 1.5 petrol engine, and that's going to be trying to go through our little tests today. Beside it, we've got the ETK Series 1, which is a diesel 2-litre engine. It looks very similar to the Mercedes, which is also a manual in a very weird blue with cream leather seats. Then we've got the classic Wagon Special, which is an automatic little old cruiser in a sort of baby blue colour, and that's going to go through our tests as well. And then beside it we've got what's called the Citroen C2, which is actually the Citroen C2 in red, and again I think that's only a 1.1 litre engine inside that little one. Actually no, sorry, it's a 1.6 litre petrol engine. And these cars are going to go through the tests, and obviously we've got 5 cars, so we're going to rate them out of 1 to 5. So obviously we've got a test 1, test 2, test 3 and test 4, and if they pass all of them, then obviously they're going to go on to the list and the trial to see which one lasts the longest. So let's go to the test track. So here we are guys, these are the cars in question again, and obviously our test track is this little thing here, where we're going to go straight across and see how long they last for. So we're going to start off with the Dodge first, because the Dodge is the first on the list. I'm going to start that up. And already we've got in the corner here a risk limiter. So if anything was damaged on the car, I've just put a great example up there. Then obviously it will show up on this little diagram what the damage is. So I'm just going to reset it so I make sure that everything is a little equal. And look at that, we've got blurb on the back of the thing as well. And also it's an RS Garnerville, so that's what they've called it, I imagine, for copyright reasons. So let's go and take this for a drive. It's quite a nice little car, and to be fair, I'm using the Logic steering wheel for this, so everything is very true, very real looking, very real feeling. And we're going to go across this, so we're going to go over this first, doing 30 miles an hour. So we've got the risk limiter already on this, which is not very good. That means this car it already scales of 1 out of something here. So we're going to go into this mode here, and we are going to see what it is like. So we need to just scale it up to 30 mile an hour, which we are now on. So we're going to go straight across. Here we go. Ooh. The suspension is so realistic. Oh dear me. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So already we've got a busted windscreen, and we're looking at the rest of the car. It's survived, but what I'll probably do with this car is, for test number 1, is give it a 3. It survived, there is no problems, everything's okay steering wise, but because the engine has already risked itself, and the glass is smashed, and one of the lights have stopped working, on the fact the chassis is now bent and there's a few dings here and there, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5, because yes, it has survived, but not flawlessly. So next on the list we've got the Ibishu Covert, which on the reg plate it says 6943 hat. So let's see if this car has a better rating in terms of how long it lasts for and its structural integrity. So we're going to do a 30 mile an hour run here. There we go, we're doing 30. Let's go. Let's see how she does. Ooh, a bit bumpy. Oh. Okay, so we've got to... Oh, their bumper's gone. Well, we survived it. So the windscreen isn't bust, the bumper has just flopped off. So what I'm going to do with this one, everything seems to be okay. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 because the bumper has fallen off. But structurally everything's okay, there's no dings, you know, the bodywork is still straight, the glass isn't smashed. So I'm going to give this car a 4. Now next we've got the ETK 1 Series, so let's turn this diesel engine on and let's see what the structural integrity of this car is like. So, we're doing 30 mile an hour again. Here we go. So here we are, we're doing 30. Let's see how she does. Okay, over the first little bit, that's okay. Oh, the suspension's doing her well. Oh, and we've hit the bumper. But no damage. Actually, no, there is a little bit of damage there on the door, but I'm going to count that as just being unclipped. I'm going to give this car a 5. Nothing's fallen off. We've just got a little bit of a problem up there with the door, but then I'm probably sure that can be straightened out quite easily. So I'm going to give this car a 5. There's no problems with this one. The amount of smoke coming out the back of that. So next we've got the classic wagon, which has got Brr as the reg plate. Now remember I said that this is an automatic, so this one's going to be a little bit different. And this being an older car, I'm hoping that this isn't going to do too badly. Obviously the car would have aged, so let's see if we can get, so we're on 30, or 32 should I say, that's about close enough. Right then, let's see how she does. Okay, everything seems to be okay so far. Oh, okay, oh dear, this, ooh. Do you know what? That wasn't that bad either. But do you know what? I'm going to give the wagon a 5 as well. Nothing has fallen off, so that seems to be quite good. So the wagon and the ETK 1 Series both deserve, as I just scratched the side of it, both deserve a 5 out of that first test doing 30 mile an hour. And now we move on to our last car, which is the Citroën B2, or more commonly known as the Citroën C2. So this little 1.6 peppy engine is going to give us a run for our money. So let's see how she does then. So we're going up to the straight, here we go. Good luck, little Citroën. Oh, bumper's popping off just a little bit. We're going off track here. Everything seems good. But I'm going to give, I mean, looking at the bumper on this, it's not fallen off. But look, it's structurally different. So I'm going to give this car a 4, I reckon. A a 4 out of this one. It's done pretty good actually. But yeah, I'm going to give this car a 4. So that's our lineup so far for test number 1, guys. It's now test number 2, which is, where is it? Okay, so we're on 60 mile an hour. So 60 miles an hour now on that straight, and we're starting again with the Dodge. Wheel spin it away. Right, okay, so let's do this then. So 60 mile an hour, if we can. Here we go. This is gonna be. I'm gonna do this in slow-mo for you guys. Look at that. Very, very. What's the word I'm looking for here? Photogenic. So we've got a rev risk again. So I'm gonna just change this into third to make sure. Look at that. She's flying there. Okay, so she's gone down. Oh, structural integrity. We got a radiator leak here. We've got a window out as well. Oh my days. Okay. Oh, and we've got a misshaped tyre now as well. We've got smoke. Whew. I'm going to give it a 2 on that one just because it's now blown the radiator. And look at that wheel. That wheel is shaking drastically. And you saw it there, guys. Every single panel on that car was shaken to bits. It even turned the lights on. Back with the Covus again. Let's see how it does doing 60 on this test. Let's see. So again, we're going to start this off with slow-mo so I know exactly what speed we're doing. Very photogenic. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. So, the hat has started off very well. It's already lost the bumper, so I can't really see much more damage coming from this. Okay, everything looks... Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Oh, okay, so this is going to be bad, this one. So we got a radiator leak on it so far. It's going to go on its side. Oh dear me. Okay, so now we're going to full speed it. Oh, that did not do well. We're going to turn the engine off so we can try and tip that back over. Let's go and tip her back over, shall we? Okay, so we're looking at it. We've got damage to the rear quarter. The glass is smashed. Front end is smashed as well. Radiator's gone. I think, just like the Dodge, I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. It survived it. Oh, hang on, no, the steering has badly gone. Actually, no, I'm going to give this car a 2. Sorry, I'm going to give this car a 1. The steering has gone bad in this. It has tweaked the steering. Yeah, look at the rear. The rear. Yeah, the rear axle is just sort of dropped there. So next we've got the ETK2 again as I stall it. Off it goes. Right, okay. Let's see how it fares with a 60 mile an hour limit. If it will ever go up to that limit. It's a diesel. No, it didn't make it. Okay. Oh dear me. Oh crikey, here we go. Okay, so the ETK went upside down. It didn't even do 60, so that's a shame. I've turned the engine off because when it's upside down you do get an oil restriction here. So what have we got then? Even though it didn't do the right speed, so we've got bumper damage, light damage, we've got a cracked glass, dented in roof, door was already like that. Because it didn't go up to speed, I'm going to give this a 2. It struggled to get up to speed. Let me see if there's anything else damaged during that collision. Yeah, the steering's been tweaked, but not enough for me to give it any less than a 2. So I'm going to give that one a 2. It did not even try to get up to 60. In fact, yes, I had to downshift it, but it was too slow. So we'll try that again for the next round, but I think it's fair to give it a 2. So it's starting to get a little interesting at this point, so we'll go with the wagon. Let's see if the wagon does any better. I'm hoping this little wagon does. So far, I'm, absolutely flying with colours at the moment. So come on then, little wagon, let's get to 60, shall we? Okay, so we're at about 60. We're which is great. It's just about done it. Maybe I need to longer the run. But let's see how she goes. So, there's a little bit of flexing in the door, as we can see in slow motion here. There's a few sparks coming off it. Okay, everything looks to be above board here. So, she's flat out. Oh my goodness, here we go. Oh, this is where damage is going to occur. Oh, she's flipping on the side. This seems to be a common thing now. These cars seem flipping on their sides. Oh, and she's landed back on her feet. I'll tell you what, this little car, that's not bad. But because there's quite a bit of body damage on here, I'm going to give her a 4 for that. Yeah, she seems to be okay there. The glass windscreen seems to be okay. It's just old bodywork damage. You've got to give her granted, this is an old car as well. Everything, the driving's smooth, the steering wheel's smooth, it's straight, the brakes are working, engine's working fine. There's a rear glass panel broken, but I think a 3, yeah, I think a 3 will benefit this car because I've just noticed it's slightly leaning. Yeah, I'm going to give this car a 3. Okay, so we've got the Bitron here, guys. Let's see if I'm going to give it a longer run here. Right, let's get her up to 60 and let's see how she does. Okay, here we go. We're at 60. Look at that. Little red car. Okay, so we're doing okay so far. Oh, she's pointing down. This is never good. Oh, actually. Okay, so we got the radiator leaking on this one too. Will she miss that one? Yes, she just narrowly misses it. Okay. So the Bitron actually did pretty good there. The steering seems okay. The front end's a little bit worn. But because the radiator went on this go here, I'm going to have to give this car a 3. No other damage but the radiator. The radiator is quite costly because now the car can overheat and it could die. So a 3, I think, and the rear window smashed as well. The side panel's all damaged. Yeah, I can't give a 4 for that. A 4 is like a bumper falling off or something like that. But because the radiator's gone, I'm going to have to give her a 3. So now we're going back with the dodgy Dodge. Now we've got to tackle this at 100 miles an hour. So I'm going to have to give this a longer berth for this. So let's see how the Dodge performs with a much quicker run-up. So already doing 40, so this should be good. So come on, little Dodge, let's go. Come on, get to 100. Okay, it could only reach 90, probably because it's an old car. We got piston ring damage. This isn't good. Okay, now we're flying. I'm gonna let go of the accelerator. This could damage the car even more than necessary. Look at that, flying. Okay, that's going to be quite a hard hit. Oh, dear me, I can see the engine move. Okay, oh, the engine's locked up. The engine's locked up on that one. Bodywork seems to be okay, the steering seems to be okay, but the engine, because the engine's now blown, I'm going to have to give this car a 0. It has died. It has failed. I'm going to have to park it up here. It's not moving at all. The engine has seized. So now we're with the very, very stricken Covert. Let's see how it does doing 100 miles an hour with a broken radiator. Now I'm going to struggle, I imagine, getting this up to speed because the steering has suffered consequently from the last round. So let's see. I'm putting my foot down. This is going to be tricky to do. I don't think it's going to make 100 mile an hour. No, it isn't. So it's made 75 mile an hour. So that's a point of 5 if it survives. Let's see. What is it going to do? Okay, this might look catastrophic here now, folks. Oh dear me. It flipped on the half rounder. Okay. Oh, it's going to hit that, is it now? Oh dear. engine off before it blows something. Now the bumper came off. I don't know. Oh Jesus! Look at that quarter panel now. That's gone. That's gone spectacularly. So let's see how badly she drives. So start the engine again. Engine starts. She still drives. Not very well, but she drives. Oh dear me. Yeah. She wants to go for more. I think because it skipped the jump, I think I'm going to go and give this one a 2. It rolled. It still drives as bad as what it was earlier. Oh, don't crash into those. No. I'm going to give this car a 2 because it survived and the engine temperature hasn't gone up. So I think a 2 for, I think a 2 is going to be best for this one. Which brings us back onto the car that's probably doing the best at the moment, should I say? Or should I say that the wagon is, because nothing's fallen off that. Nothing's actually broken apart from the rear window. Okay. Come on then, little car. Show us that you can do 100 mile an hour. Come on. That cover is really struggling over there. Right, okay. Oh, it's not gonna make it. That's too slow. The car is too slow. It just won't go to 100 mile an hour. Okay. Let's see how she does. Okay, so she's not doing badly. That soft suspension is helping her quite nicely. And do you know what? She doesn't do too bad, but I'm going to have to give her a 3 because she didn't get up to the right. Oh Christ, we're having bits falling off it now. How bad is she? Okay, so everything seems to be okay. I think a 3 is adequate for this because bits are falling off. She's structurally sound, but she didn't make it to 100 miles an hour, so that is a point removal or a point penalty because it didn't get to the right speed. So she doesn't get a 5, she doesn't get a 4. She would have got a 4 if she went to the right speed, but because she didn't, that is a 3. Right then, here we go. So, can the little... I can't see. I really can't see. Let's see if she can do it. Right, again, this car can't reach 100 in the stretch that I can give it. But let's see how she does. Goodness me. Okay, that didn't do too badly. I'm going to have to give this one a 4 because it didn't it didn't lose anything and it didn't break anything that time, so I'm going to give this one a 4. But she didn't make it up to speed. Sorry, I'm going to give this one a 3 actually because it'd make it equal to the ETK. So yeah, I'm going to give this one a 3. Right then, so 100 mile an hour with the B2 or the Citroen. I don't think it'll be able to have enough knee room to actually get up to speed with the stretch that we're on. So let's see. Steering is a bit wobbly. Again, come on, get up to speed. No, it's only able to do 80. Oh dear. Well, let's see how it goes anyway. So the radiator's gone. Oh goodness me. It's flipping. Wow, okay. Jesus Christ, that is the biggest roll. Oh my goodness. Well, the Bitron did not do well in that round. Look at the state of it. Oh my goodness. Right. Now, the engine is off. Let's see, will it run? We got a... Okay, she actually works. So we're in first. How does she drive? Okay, so steering has gone badly. It's worse and worse. Wow. I've got to give it credit. It's still going and the steering isn't terrible. But look at the flags in the rear. Oh, goodness me. Right. I'm going to have to give this the same as the cover. It suffered the same sort of damage as the cover. So I'm going to have to give this one, because it's still alive and the steering is broken, I'm going to have to give it a 1. So let's have a look to see what we have left. We've lost the Charger. We've almost lost the cover and the B2, but I'd say we are very good with these two at the moment. They seem to be running well, the radiators are fine, they just look a little bit worse for wear. But it's time for the Covet again to go as fast as it can go. Now, let's see if she survives. She is getting very hot as we speak, and we're going to have to give this the full beans. This is not just some little whip where it can go at any speed. It has to go quicker than what we said, so let's hope it goes for top speed. Let's go. Come on, Cover. So, third. Without blowing a gasket or something, I think we're very close to doing that. Let's see how it goes. No, okay, here we go. Oh goodness, there we go. Hands off the steering wheel. Oh dear, we're rolling quite a bit. We're like a roly-poly. Right, engine off because we're upside down. Oh yes, look at that. That's quite... Actually, it looks... I think it's improved itself, actually. But let's see. So we've got to drive it back. How bad is the steering? Okay, so steering is worsened. Oh dear. Okay, so she's still going. I'm gonna say, because she's still going, engine's going pretty well. Oh no, hang on. No, we've got steering failure. We've got steering failure. Look at that, with that wheel there, it's steering failure. We're gonna have to give... Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, so it survived just. I think it survived enough to get it a 1. Okay, so the ETK Series 1 again. I don't even think with that run up we're gonna get 100, but let's go, come on! Oh my goodness! Engine off. Engine off. Okay, we're going to grind to a halt here. Wow. That was pretty good. I think we've knocked the radiator. But that was an excellent little go, that, for the ETK. Wow. It still looks like an ETK. How bad does it drive now? Let's see. I'm going to have to give that a 4. Next, it's the very famous little wagon. So let's see how fast we can get the little wagon. Here we go. That is quite impressive. That has got to be a 5. Okay, and finally, the Bitron. This we may struggle on. Here we go. Oh. That was a great effort for the Bitron. That was a great effort. What the heck is going on there? So we have suspension failure here, guys. But, amazingly, it survived. But I've got to give it a 1. So whilst looking at the sorry state of the cars, let's have a look at the scores. So, The classic wagon earned a 5 out of that one, and then obviously a 1 for the Citroen. So let's have a look at the totals, shall we? So the Dodge Charger earned a respectable 5. How about that one? The Covet has earned 5, 6, 7, 8. ETK Series 1 earned 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The Wagon earned 16 points. And the Citroen C2 earned quite respectable, I suppose, 9. So, the loser out of this one is the Dodge Charger, but the winner by far is the classic wagon. So, with that in mind, it is now time to kill these cars. And the best way to do that is by what's above it. Now, I've also got to say, guys, because the Citroen and the Covet cannot drive up there, these cars are going to have to get destroyed anyway. So to do that, we just max our pickup strength to 100, and then boom, Bob's your uncle. Now, let's just go over to the Charger, which is over here, and do the same to that car. What a shame. Oh, fire. And then we're going to have to pull the Citroen. Off it goes. Bye, Citroen. We're left with the 2 winners here to go to the top. As you saw there, these cars just flew off the top of that building. Now let's see if any of these will start. So let me just turn the ETK back over, which I've just remembered I've left my hand thing on. Oh my god, look at the transmission of that. Right, she is worse for wear, that's for sure. So let's see if the classic van will start. So let's see. Oh yes, she starts. Now, I think the gearbox is gone on this as well, so she's not moving, she's in drive, she's broken. So, that's a shame. Now let's have a look at the ETK. So, does she start? Indeed she does. And both of them don't move. That is a shame. Oh well. Well, both these cars did extremely well, and I've got to say the classic van was the winner, actually. Surprisingly, the little van did pretty well. The Burnside is what it's called. So then, guys, this is BEAMNG Drive. This is a game that I have enjoyed for many, many years. I've played this game for 3 years straight. I know it's not the newest game in the world, but is it realistic? 110% yes. It is so realistic. It's off. It does the mechanics of a real car. You know, if a gearbox failure, all that sorts. You can get cities, you can get all sorts on this. And look, even the dodge is on fire. And these are the sort of terrains you can get. You can get water, you can ice, all sorts, get jumps. We're going to be doing some more future videos with this game on little niggly little things, whether it be reality driving and see how they're doing, you know, more of this destruction game and see how it goes, you know, more videos on BEAMNG Drive. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you do. And if you do want to see anything else or anything more from me, but I need a little bit of feedback on things, then please don't hesitate to comment in the comment boxes below. But yeah, what a weird but fantastic game. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, guys.